Hi, my name's Carmela and this is Karma Yoga Zone. Today's lesson is on standing poses. Now these are really great to do in the morning. They're quite invigorating. They also work on all the levels of strength, flexibility and balance. So we're going to stand now and look lively. The first thing we'll do is say hello to the hamstrings. We're going to start with a standing forward bend. In this position, your feet will be hip-width apart and parallel. So even distance between the inner heels and between the big toe bones. I'm going to lift my toes and stretch them forward, spread them out, lift the arches, lift the kneecaps. And bending from the top of the legs, I'm going to start to come forward and bring my fingertips to the floor. You can also use blocks under the hands if you have difficulty reaching the floor. Inhale forward and then exhaling as you go deeper. Keeping your legs very firm, kneecaps lifting. Good to hold for about a minute, so after a little while you can bend your elbows, maybe start to go deeper. You can also take the hands further back beside the feet. Balance the weight evenly on your feet. So if you move backwards and forwards and then find your center. And keep the feeling of a strong upward lift through the front of the legs and the energy extending down through the upper body from the hips down towards the crown of your head. When you come up, lift your head first, come up halfway, hands on shins, and then hands to your hips. Shoulders back, come up with a flat back. And now joining your feet. Tadasana. Re-establish the foundation. Lift your toes again, spread them out. Join your knees by squeezing your outer thighs together. And be firm in the middle. The front hips move up, the lower back moves down. The sternum lifts. Slightly lift the back of your neck as well. So the crown of the head is extending upward. From here we can transfer the weight on the feet for Vriksasana. So I'm going to shift my weight to my left leg. Slowly take the right leg in. I'm focusing my eyes just a few meters away to keep my balance. If this is difficult, you can also do it with your back against the wall or one hand on the wall. Once I feel steady in this position, the hips are open, I take my arms out and I lift the energy upward. Join the palms. Holding it steady. It's a soft focus with the eyes. Coming down through Namaskar, back to Tadasana, where you'll need to re-establish your foundation. Spread the toes once more, contain the legs. Now Vriksasana, again to the other side. Get the heel really high into the inner thigh and really engage the heel in firmly and counter that with the pressure from the outside of the standing leg. Really lifting up through the arms and fingertips while remaining grounded in your foundation. And always the breath awareness. Steady, even breathing. and gentle focus. Releasing down and back to Tadasana. The next 3 poses you may require a block. So I've placed a block at each end of the mat. Now for Trikonasana, we'll bring the hands together on the chest, take a breath in, exhale and jump wide apart. Any difficulties with legs, hips, knees, or your back, you can step, you don't need to jump. Once in this position, firming up your legs and extend along each arm to the middle finger. Now turning your right foot 90 degrees. Take the heel back on the back foot. Both legs remain strong and straight for Utthita Trikonasana. You turn that right leg and resist with the back leg. Inhale as you lift your chest. Exhaling, extend out. Take the hand down onto your shin. Turn, rotate the torso up. Extend all the way to the top fingertips and tuck your chin into your top shoulder. Any issues with your neck, you just tuck your chin to your chest and look back towards the back foot. When you come up, inhale, lift that lower arm out. Adjust the legs for the other direction. Anchor into the outer heel of the back foot. Turn the front leg. The muscles are drawing up towards your hips. Hold them firm. Inhale again. On the exhalation, extend and down. Turning. And shift your gaze. Around about 8 breaths each side. Inhale to come up. Turn the feet forward. And then jumping or stepping back to Tadasana. Now, Utthita Parsvakonasana. This is the lateral angle pose. Need to jump a little bit wider. Inhale, exhale, jump. Turn the right foot again as we did before. So the right heel should line up with the center arch of the back foot. Extend the arms fully, turn the right leg and then bend your leg to form a square. You might need to scrunch your toes forward a bit more on your front leg so you can really descend that right sitting bone. Then you reach out. This is where the blocks may be useful. If you need support, you grab the block, bring it behind your ankle. This helps you to turn the chest more. If you're more flexible, you can also do this with the fingertips on the mat. And the back arm, turn it back, turn the palm up so your shoulder rolls back, and then taking it over your head, look past your armpit. Steady, even breathing. When you come up, turn the palm up, lift the lower arm back to Warrior Two position all the way, and then adjust your feet for the other direction. Start with straight legs, but the front leg turning in the same direction as the foot. Lift your chest, inhale, exhale, descend that sitting bone on the left. Extend. Grab the block if you need it, bring it behind you, or just fingertips. Turn this palm up. Now press your bent leg against your arm so it's supported. Take the arm over. Nice steady, even breathing. And then coming up, palm up first. If you need support and for any hip injuries or anything, you can bring your hand onto your thigh like that. To come up with support is easier. And all the way up with that leg, turn your feet forward, hands in. Just bring the feet a bit closer before you jump and back to Tadasana. Okay, now for Ardha Chandrasana, slightly different approach. I'm going to start at this end of my mat and place the block, get the feet positioned, same as the last two poses. And I'm going to have the block in line with my little toe side of my foot, and it needs to be well forward of the foot. Okay, so for Ardha Chandrasana, you go via Trikonasana. Inhale, exhale to Trikonasana, and then bend, extend the hand to the block, back hand on the hip and keep the shoulder back, hop in a bit. Okay, and because I have longer arms, I can do without that block, but you may still need it. Now transfer the weight towards the front hand and the front leg, and really charge that leg as you lift it, the back one. Energize it all the way up. Concentrate on your balance and the strength in this pose, and then take the arm up. You may be able to shift your gaze up the wall, across the ceiling, till you're looking up. And then down, back to Trikonasana. And inhale all the way back. Okay, adjusting for the other leg, going to this end, and then if you're using a block, align again with the little toe side of the foot. Hips square, shoulders square, arms extended. Turn this leg out. Inhale, exhale to Trikonasana. Pause. And then bend and extend. Bend the knee right past the toes for this one. Hop in a bit closer. Transfer the weight forward to the arm and the front foot. And check that the front foot doesn't swivel. You need to really glue it to your mat. Lift that back leg. Let your pose evolve slowly, turning your chest. Use that top arm to get more extension and more steadiness. Shift your gaze. Very challenging. Some days are better than others. Back we go. Trikonasana, and then inhale up. Turn your feet forward and jump or step back to Tadasana. Now for Virabhadrasana 1, the hips are going to be on a different aspect. I'm going to start the same way by jumping my feet wide, and then I'm going to turn towards my right leg and completely face this end of the mat. So to do that, I have to have one foot on this track and the other foot on the other. So I'm going to just bring my hands back for a minute and get the legs sorted. So pivot up on that back foot so that you can bring this hip forward. Spread your toes on your front foot, draw up firmly through the front leg. Now take the heel down on the back foot. That needs to feel really grounded back there. And bring the hip forward as much as you can. Raising the arms. Inhale. And exhaling. Descend the sitting bone on the front leg. Sharpen your arms. And stretch all the way to your fingertips. Looking up between your hands at the ceiling. And then chin down. Straighten that leg. I'm going to turn all the way around now to the other side. I'll keep my arms up for now. Pivot up on the back foot. And then take the heel down. Bring the chest forward so I'm level at the shoulders. Inhale, and then on the exhalation, bend the front leg and press firmly towards the back heel. The back leg turns in as much as you can. And to get your chest level, if you extend more through the arm that corresponds with your back leg. Chin down and then straighten, turn back to the front, hands down and back to Tadasana. Okay, one more standing pose. This one is called Prasarita Padottanasana. We don't need the blocks for this. I'm going to start with my heels at the back edge of the mat and feet wide. This is one of the symmetrical poses, so it's just done facing forward. I'll start with hands on hips. Now the legs, the front thighs need to be very firm, so you lift your kneecaps, press them back to the bones, and also engage your inner thigh muscles. Okay, looking up at the ceiling, take a full breath in. Exhale as you go forward and pause when you're halfway to the floor. Drop the fingertips just below the shoulders and then looking up, sternum forward, concave your back. You drop the rib cage down, lift your sitting bones. And then you slide your hands back towards the back of the mat. I'm going to do one more lift before I go to full pose. I'll bring my chin forward, which has the effect of extending more through the front of the spine. And then tuck under and bring the crown of the head to the mat. Bring your elbows in so they're above your wrists. Don't be concerned if you can't reach the floor with the head. You can put a block under your head as one way to assist with that, or else just extend your head towards the floor in that direction. When you come up, you lift your head first and lift all the way till just the fingertips are on the mat. Then transfer your hands to your hips, shoulders back, inhale all the way up, and then just step. I think at this point, step the feet together. Okay, now, so those were all standing poses, but we are going to finish with one relaxing pose. So for this, you'll need a block. You can use either one or two blocks. So depending on your height and your flexibility. This pose is a variation of Setu Bandha, done the resting way. Now the block, if you're a smaller person or less flexible, you can have two blocks like that. But most people can manage with one high block. Lay your head down, move your shoulders away from your neck and flatten your back. Bring the feet in so they're about hip width apart and parallel. I've got the block handy. I'm going to lift up now, lift right onto tiptoes, so I've got the clearance to put the block underneath my sacrum. I've checked that the block is also flat where it connects to the mat, and it needs to be in a comfortable position on the sacrum. Now once that's achieved, heels can come down. Just check that your feet still feel parallel, and then move the shoulders away, chin down and palms turned up. Once here, you can completely relax. You can close your eyes and be here for a couple of minutes. So you stay for as long as you feel you need to, 2 to 3 minutes maybe. When you are ready to come down, you lift off the block, remove it to the side, release your shoulders and flatten your back when you come down. So abdominal muscles down towards your spine. Turn your palms up. Just let the abdomen relax after a little while, and then you can straighten your legs and go straight to your relaxing pose, Shavasana. Staying in Shavasana 5 to 10 minutes, however long you need. When you come out of Shavasana, you roll to the right first. You would start by bending the legs, taking your right arm over your head, turning. Pause on your side for a few moments, and then coming up from the side, you can sit onto a bolster or a folded blanket, choosing either easy cross legs or half lotus. And that completes your standing pose sequence. Namaste.